Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining me this morning. Just finished with this observing program. It's called Lost in the Cluster. It's a roadmap through the constellation of Virgo. Uh, Again, here you can see Marcane's chain. It's listed here. So as that's usually the first area that people go to. These are labeled. The galaxies are there. You can see the eyes, M86, M84, M87 down in the bottom left. Just a whole slew of galaxies there. You can also see it here on this image from Live Sky. And this observing program, going again, that I call Lost in the Cluster, Roadmap Through the Constellation of Virgo, is a guide designed for amateur astronomers of all skill levels to explore this rich celestial landscape of the Virgo cluster. The image from Live Sky shows why I'm calling this program Lost in the Cluster. As you really begin to get in an observer image, you're going to see there are so many objects you can go after here. Some are faint and challenging, some are wonderful eye candy and make for stunning images or sketches. I'll just show you really quick. If I pop over to Live Sky, as I come in, and as you can just see, there is just so much here. I can zoom in, and there's Marcane's chain. But even beyond Marcane's chain, there are just so many objects that I could include in this report, in this program, just because. Let's get out of this area. And as you come down, oh, I want to get out of Marcane's. As you can see, you can just come down. There's just so much there. So uh, anyway, uh, some are faint and challenging objects. Some are wonderful eye candy and make for stunning images or sketches. The program is structured into four distinct categories based on the difficulty of the objects and the equipment required. Again, like all these observing programs, there are many, many, many more objects that I could include. I've stuck with those that introduce you to this wonderful area of the spring night sky. There's the beginner level. These are the bright and famous. It focuses on those iconic high surface brightness objects like the Sombrero M104 uh, and Spica and the massive elliptical galaxy M87 and the other Messiers that are in Virgo. The intermediate is going to focus on structural details. These highlight objects with unique features, such as the Siamese twins NGC 4567 and 4568, which are colliding galaxies, things like that. The advanced are the faint and the subtle, targets more elusive phenomena, including 3C 273, which is a quasar, and galaxies with rare characteristics like NGC 4550. The challenging level is for extreme apertures and very transparent and very dark skies. These are designed for experienced observers under the optimal conditions. This section includes difficult targets like the Jet and Messier 87, Hickson Galaxy Cluster 62, which is a compact group of galaxies. Additionally, the roadmap includes a dedicated imaging target checklist with tailored strategies for wide field, deep sky, and high resolution astrophotography. Detailed observing notes are available for those who are members, both free members and paid members, based on my observations of these objects. And it includes just notes like shimmering points of light for the Porba binary star and the needle-like appearance of the Jet and M87 under high transparency skies. So here you can see the beginner objects, Spica, beautiful double, Parama, another famous binary, beautiful yellow-white stars there. Vendometrix, again, another bright yellow giant, the Grape Gatherer. You got Messier 49, Messier 87, Messier 104, the Sombrero, uh, Messier 60, bright elliptical, has a spiral neighbor next to it, 4647. Messier 58, Messier 84, the heart of Marcane's chain, nice, another bright round elliptical. Messier 86 sits right next to Messier 84, slightly more oval in appearance. You have Messier 61, which is a beautiful face on spiral with very open arms. Messier 59, a compact elliptical near Messier 60. Messier 89, a nearly perfect circular elliptical galaxy. Messier 90, one of the largest spirals in the cluster. Look for its smooth, dusty texture. And Avu, a red giant star that provides a nice color contrast to blue Spica. So there's a lot there in the beginning list, a lot of eye candy, a lot of, if you're imaging, again, you can image any of those. If you're sketching, they're great for sketching. The intermediate objects, which you're going to look for structural details, you have NGC 4526. It's a lenticular galaxy with a bright core and subtle dust disk. 4567, 4568, the Siamese, two spirals that are in the process of colliding. 4435 and 4438, the eyes. They're a pair of interacting galaxies with distorted shapes. See if you can get that. 4216, it's a stunning, very stunning thin edge spiral. Very good complement to, I think, M104. NGC 4636 is another large elliptical, very faint outer envelope. That's the key to see if you can see on that one. 4639 is a barred spiral, famous for being used to calibrate cosmic distances. 4762, it's one of the flattest edge on galaxies known. It looks like a needle. You have 4535, the Lost Galaxy. It's a faint, ghostly spiral with very delicate arms. See what detail you can tease out of the Lost Galaxy. 4527, an edge-on spiral, similar in appearance to the Sombrero, but fainter. Good one to contrast with the Sombrero in imaging or sketching. You have I'm going to just take a second here. I have the thing going really quick. I just want to mute this. Just turn that off. You have 4429, a lenticular galaxy with a distinctive box-like central core. It's 4666, known as the Superwind galaxy due to its intense star formation. 4654, an asymmetric spiral galaxy showing signs of interaction. 4388 is another edge-on spiral with a very active and bright nucleus. 4261, a large elliptical. It's known for its massive central dust disk. And then you have the quasar 3C273. It's the brightest quasar. It looks like a star, but what's significant about this is that it's 2.4 billion light years away. So that light, when you look at that object, is coming to you from 2.4 billion years ago. Pretty awesome. Advanced objects, you have 4417. It's an edge-on lenticular with a very thin, sharp disk. 4402, it's a dusty spiral being affected by the cluster's gravity. 4365 is a massive elliptical with a triaxial shape. See if you can get that triaxial shape. 4550, it's another rare galaxy where stars rotate in two opposite directions within that galaxy. 4450 is a flocculent spiral with patchy broken up arms. 4698, another spiral with the core and disk are strangely misaligned here. 4608, extremely prominent and long central bar in that galaxy. 4694, it's a peculiar galaxy that sits between a spiral and an elliptical. Great for imaging, great for sketching. 4753, a galaxy wrapped in complex tangled dust filaments. See if you can see those filaments. 4419 is a gas pore spiral near the cluster's center. 4578 is a faint, small lenticular galaxy, but it has a very bright stellar core. 4235, which is one of the few Seyfert galaxies, active nucleuses in Virgo. 4233 is a small, bright, centered lenticular. And 4546, an edge-on spiral with a counter-rotating disk of gas. 4260 is a barred spiral with very tight wound arms. 10 really challenging objects would be Able 1367. It's really in the constellation of Leo. It's on the Leo-Virgo boundary in the constellation of Leo. It's a dense, extremely distant cluster of tiny smudges. Higgs in group 62, which is pretty visual. You can actually see it pretty good, but it's a tight quartet of galaxies. High power to really separate them out. That's your challenge there. IC 3322 is a very low surface brightness galaxy. It's so big, it blends easily into the sky background. So it's going to be a challenge to get that one. Can you get the jet in Messier 87? It's a tiny needle of light protruding from the core of Messier 87. If you're a paid member, you'll see my notes on that. NGC 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, the tidal tails, the very faint fuzz, it's almost a V shape connecting the Siamese twins. I see 3476. It's a dwarf galaxy with an irregular mottled appearance. The NGC 4273 group, and I list them out in my notes. So again, if you're a member, free or paid, you'll get the notes on that group. It's a tight cluster of 5 galaxies in a single field of view. It's pretty cool. NGC 4438 filaments, ghostly loops of gas around the eyes. Can you make those out? VCC 1249, it's a dwarf galaxy being distorted by the gravity of Messier 49. And then 4633 is a high redshift galaxy, basically almost no contrast. Here's a checklist for imaging. Marquand's chains for beginners. These are wide field. M104 Sombrero is always good. M87, the large elliptical and surrounding field. Spica and surrounding field. And the bowl of Virgo wide angle cluster, galaxy cluster shot. The intermediate sky setup would be the eyes, NGC 4435 and 38. The Siamese twins, M61, beautiful face on. 4216, edge on spiral to contrast with MSA 61. And M90, look for that large dusty spiral. If you really want advanced imaging targets, attempt to resolve the quasar's jet in 32 3C273. Image the Hickson group 62. NGC 4535, capturing the faint blue star forming regions there, if you can bring those out. M49 in the satellite, VCC 1249, can you get out the interaction going on there? NGC 4666, revealing the galactic superwind halo. Like I said, for both free members and contributing members, I'll share the full program, including a link to my Google Sheets of my observations of those items, so you can compare them to your own and what you see. And it also includes an observation sheet where you can record your observations. If you're not a member, you can sign up for free and have access to that information. This is just my plug. If you find value in what I'm doing here, and I do spend time, a lot of time putting stuff into this, you can become a contributing member at either the Stargazer level, which is just $3 a month. It's the cost of going to your local convenience store and picking up a drink, right? Or you can become a deep space explorer, which is $5 a month. There's benefits that go with that. You get a monthly group chat with me. You get a one-on-one with me if you want it. You get access to my behind the scenes when I go out observing videos, and then the full observing programs here. I don't not look, like I say right here, I'm not looking to get rich on this. I'm just trying to compensate for my time and the money that I spend to bring this to everyone at a very basic level. But more importantly, what it shows for those who are contributing members, that you see value in what I'm doing, and whether or not I continue to put as much time and effort into this going forward. No matter what you decide, though, I really, really honestly appreciate anybody who comes by, anybody who visits, who takes information out of this site. And I really appreciate those who become free members. And I especially appreciate people like Andrew Witt who are contributing members. And just a shout out to Andrew. He's our contributing member right now. So anyway, I hope that you like the program. I hope it helps you. And we'll catch you next time. And the next post will just be basically for those free and contributing members, and we'll have a lot more information on it. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Clear sky is finally here. Next week is looking absolutely fabulous here, so I'll be getting out and have observing reports to continue to update and add. Anyway, take care. We'll catch you next time.